Hi students, good morning. Let us continue our lesson 3, Rise and Spread of Islam. Also, this is the last topic of this lesson. In our last class, we studied about the Umayyad dynasty. Now, next dynasty ruled, it was Abbasid dynasty. Almost in the period of 750 CE, the Abbasids, they overthrew the Umayyad dynasty and they established their own rule there. They done that, they shifted the capital from Damascus to Baghdad. We studied, no, Umayyads made Damascus as their capital. But here Abbasids changed the capital or shifted the capital from Damascus to Baghdad, and this dynasty, they were known as very holy dynasty. Why? Because no, they claimed to belong to the same tribe to which the Prophet Muhammad. We already studied Prophet Muhammad's tribal group, that was Quraysh tribe. This Abbasid dynasty also belongs to the same tribe. That's why the Abbasid dynasty is known as holy dynasty, and the Abbasid empire was one of the most powerful and flourishing one. It included all the important centers of civilization in the area. That means parts of North Africa, Egypt, Spain, Iran and Iraq. These places were under the control of the Abbasid caliphs or Abbasid dynasty. Also, they belonged to the same tribe of Prophet Muhammad. That's why they were considering as holy, the Abbasid dynasty. Also, they facing strong opposition from the non-Arab converts to Islam. They faced many more problems. Anyway, during their period, the learned men the Abbasids were compelled to transfer all the matters of religious importance to experts of Islam. The expert persons means those who know reading and writing. They learned whatever means the subjects and all during that time. The men, those men are collectively known as ulemas. Remember students, the learned means the knowledgeable persons are known as ulemas. The noble persons, including also they were the noble persons, they knew something around during that time in the world, what about the subjects and all, those persons are known as ulemas. Listen this term again, we will study the ulemas. So remember this term. It was during the rule of the Abbasid caliphs that the Arabs made great progress in the field of art, architecture, science, mathematics, different kinds of contributions in different subject wise they given. They absorbed whatever was best in the other cultures and civilizations and used them to further develop their knowledge, improved their knowledge and find out and contributed an extra things on the basis of the knowledge they acquired. Whatever they acquired from other places, no. First itself they learned decimal system and zero from India. Remember, trigonometry and geometry from the Greeks, also astronomy from the Persians. From the Chinese they learned mariner's compass, manufacture of glass, paper, gunpowder, the wheelbarrow and printing. These was the inventions done by the Chinese people. But the Abbasid dynasty, the learned men, they tried to understand and tried to learn about these kind of things. Not only from India, from Greeks, from the Persians and also from the Chinese people. They learned these kind of different things. You know, during that time under the Abbasid dynasty, greatest scientists were there and also physicians were there. Among that, the most important scientists are Al-Razi and Ibn Sina. Al-Razi and Ibn Sina. Remember those one's name. The Arabs discovered new systems, new chemical compounds and made use of astrolabe for navigation. Through the sea itself for doing navigation, they find out the astrolabe and also chemical compounds. In chemistry, some of the chemical compounds, sometimes small way itself you started, that is mixing with the different acids and all. The chemical compounds also learned by and introduced by the Abbasid, especially the learned people under the Abbasid dynasty. Also, in the field of literature, they contributed a lot. The Persians made a remarkable progress in the field of literature. The Caliph Al-Mamun set up the House of Wisdom. Remember the House of Wisdom at Baghdad. We studied the new capital. They changed the capital from Damascus to Baghdad, and for translating into Arabic the works from the Greek, Chinese, Indian, Egyptian and Persian civilizations. You know what? what it is? They converted, means what it is now, translated, changed the language from other language greatest books into Arabic language. From which kind of languages? They translated greatest works from Greek language, Chinese language, Indian, Egyptian and Persian. And it was translated into Arabic language. Especially we studied, the learned men or ulemas done this, and that's why Baghdad became a storehouse of knowledge and heritage, cultural heritage of the Abbasid dynasty. Concentrate that point. It's a 1-mark question. Which is the storehouse of, which became the storehouse of knowledge and cultural heritage? Which one it is? The capital of the Abbasid dynasty. It is Baghdad. Remember, it's an important question. Also, one question answer also is the Baghdad. Okay. Then some of the famous Persian writers like Omar Khayyam and Firdausi produced great works of literature. Omar Khayyam, one of the world famous writer, he wrote Rubaiyat, the works done by Omar Khayyam, and also Firdausi, he wrote Shahnama. Remember the contributions and the works of these persons: Omar Khayyam, Rubaiyat and Firdausi Shahnama. 1-mark questions will come. Also, besides these, the world-renowned book Arabian Nights. Sometimes you heard Arabian Nights provide information on the life and culture of the Arabs. 1001 stories are there in the Arabian Nights. You know how it was originated? It is a book of 1001 stories which was compiled under the patronage of Caliph Harun al-Rashid. Harun al-Rashid heard this 1001 stories and he composed this one, believing like that way. It contains the important stories and famous stories we heard, and some of the students sometimes read this one. Sindbad and the Sailor, and Ali Baba and 40 Thieves. Sometimes you hear this next one, Alauddin's Magic Lamp. It's I think in some of the channels and all like this way, Ali Baba's story means Alauddin's Magic Lamp. It is there. I think, I don't know whether it is an animation way or otherwise serial type. I don't know, but it is there. I saw which channel, I don't know. Alauddin's Magic Lamp. These are the famous, and we heard in different books like that way, Balabhumi, Balarama and all. We can read these stories, Alauddin's Magic Lamp and all. It is there, I think. You can find out that one. So these stories are included in the Arabian Nights. 1001 stories are there. The art of calligraphy means, you know what is calligraphy? Neat handwriting. Attractive handwriting style is known as calligraphy. And architecture also reached high levels and excellence under this period or there in the Arabian region, especially under the Abbasid dynasty. The Abbasids ruled for more than 500 years, and after that, what was happened? Turks from Central Asia captured their capital Baghdad and established their rule here. In 1453, they conquered Constantinople. Constantinople, want to remember Constantinople, and renamed it as Istanbul. The present name, modern name of Constantinople is Istanbul. From then onwards, Istanbul became the capital of their empire. Whose empire? Which empire's capital? The Ottoman Empire or Ottoman Turks. Otherwise, they are known as the Ottoman Turks. Remember, students, again we will continue this one. So, want to remember these points like Istanbul, Constantinople, and also 9th and 10th also we want to remember this name Constantinople, and also this Turks, the empire, Ottoman Empire also. Next lesson also we will continue the what was happened after this inside India. Here our world history part related as the world history part, it is over. So read the textbook very well after watching the video. Okay, thank you.